Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about credit. We're going to be talking about how you can get a better credit score, the importance of a credit score, and how you can just improve your credit score right off the bat. Let's get right into it. So what's the purpose of credit, and why do you need to consider credit? Now, credit is something that is very important for a lot of different reasons, but one, if you're going to go purchase a house, let's say, and that's something that this is your first house that you bought, you're going to want to have a good credit score in order to be able to get the best loan possible. And what that means is more money in your pocket every month because you had a good credit score. So it's very important. Also, think about credit cards. Credit cards are something that you're able to get the best credit cards out there if you have a good credit score. And so it's very important to be considering your credit score and to be working towards the best credit score that you can possibly get. One thing that is very important when starting out with a credit card is realizing what kind of credit card you're actually going to be able to be approved for. Now, what this means is when you're first starting out, they're not just going to give you a $5,000 credit limit with a Chase credit card. You may have to start with something called a secured credit card. Now, a secured credit card is where you put down some money, typically a couple $100s, and they use that money to be able to give you your credit limit. So now your credit limit is going to be, let's say, $200. And then you go and each and every month you make purchases off this credit card and you pay off whatever it is that you owe on the credit card, and then that builds up your score. So it makes it so that these credit companies are able to give you credit builder card without actually needing to risk giving you credit and you potentially defaulting on that and never paying them back. So this is an excellent way to build credit initially. It's very important to get your feet wet, and a secured credit card is going to be a great way to do it. All you have to do is go on to Google, type in secured credit card, and that's where you're going to find your different options for that. After you've had some experience with this, let's say a couple months of time with that secured credit card, you're going to want to ask for a higher credit limit. That is going to be something that is going to allow you to utilize the credit card for your everyday purchases and not have to worry about getting too high in the amount of credit utilization that you're using. So another way of doing this is adding an authorized user. So what is an authorized user? An authorized user is where someone is put onto your credit and is shown as someone who's trustworthy to be able to be paid back. And this is building off of the credit and the credentials that you have with the credit reporting agencies. So let's say that you have a 750 credit score and you're wanting to help out a family member, a spouse, or someone else that you trust by putting them on your credit card as an authorized user. Then now they're able to use the trustworthiness that you have just to be able to get a leg up, as it were, and be able to get a better credit score very, very quickly. Something that so many overlook is paying your balance in full every single month. If you can't pay off your credit card every single month, then maybe a credit card is not going to be the best option for you. Credit cards are not to be utilized as like a home loan, which is something that you have for a very long period of time. A credit card is something that you use to buy the things that you absolutely need or the things that you're buying anyways, and then make sure that you have the money to pay that off every single month. That's very important in regards to your credit card and making sure that your credit score is not impacted by carrying over balances every single month. You do not want to carry over balances. Now, if something has happened and you've gotten to a point where you're actually in collections or you've made a late payment, there is forgiveness. You can move on from this, and it's something that the sooner that you're able to pay off whatever balance that is, whatever reason there is for being in collections, pay that off and get back on track with your bank accounts, with your credit cards. And that's going to allow you to to pick back up and get back into a better credit score as quickly as possible. Again, if at all possible, make sure not to use your credit card for anything that you're not able to pay off immediately. Those are a couple ways that you're able to build your credit. Now, this is something that is extremely important, that if you're thinking about potentially getting into real estate investing, you're gonna wanna have a good credit report to be able to get the best loans, and also just to be able to get credit cards. I've talked a lot about credit cards on this channel already, and credit cards are something that can be used to be able to make more money, to be able to get points back instead of just using a debit card where you're just pulling your money from your bank account. If you're able to pay off immediately your credit cards every single month and you're able to keep yourself accountable to do that, then having a credit card just makes sense. It's something that you're able to get 1.5% back on purchases. Sometimes you're able to get 5% back on certain purchases. And also, when you sign up for a new credit card, it's something that oftentimes they'll give you a promotional cash back. So let's say it's $200. You sign up, you get the new Bank of America card, and you're able to get $200 back. These are benefits that you can have just by having a good credit score. So this is just one way of making sure that in the long run, you're able to invest into things that are going to be assets for you. Now, we talk a lot about assets on this channel, so making sure that you're set up for success with your credit cards is extremely important, and is something that I would highly encourage you to take into consideration. Now, that's the reason why you need to have a good credit report. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, and we're gonna see you again next week.